Hello everyone, welcome to Just Invest Today, and today we have a great video for you guys. Today we're talking about Alibaba's future earnings. Yes, Alibaba's earnings is going to come out anytime this month. It's highly anticipated. People are waiting for it. It's either Alibaba does a huge miss or Alibaba does a huge beat. But I honestly think it's nothing to be in the middle, because if it's in the middle, it's gonna go up like 2 to 3%. I highly doubt that. It's either Alibaba drops like a rock to like $80, $90, or Alibaba just goes sky high to like 140, 150. You gotta remember what happened. Look what happened with Facebook. A huge decline, almost 30%, 31% decline, guys. So imagine that happening with Alibaba, because remember, Facebook beat revenue growth by like 20%. That's crazy, and it still dropped like a rock because it missed net income. And you got to think about it. Facebook is spending a lot of money on the metaverse and putting money back into the business. What do you think Alibaba is doing? Alibaba is doing the exact same thing. So you can see a huge beat in the revenue growth, same with Facebook, and maybe a decline in net income, because remember, they're investing in cloud, Freshippo, they're investing in Lazada, Trendable, e-commerce. Like, they're investing all back into their business. So don't think they're just gonna beat the net income mark. So you have to prepare for $80. Like, that's not some crazy thing to think of. Or it can be something like Amazon. Amazon had beat its net income, but revenue growth didn't do as well, and it went up 15% because everyone was saying like, oh my god, AWS grew by 40%. I can honestly say that the cloud business for Alibaba can do the exact same thing, grow by like 30-40%. So I don't know how people are going to take it. Some people might say, yeah, that's amazing. Or some people might say, that's whatever. Like, the net income didn't make it. So that's what I'm seeing with the Alibaba guidance, man. And you have to prepare mentally. It could either go down to $80 or it can go shoot up to 140, 150, 160. So prepare yourself for the earnings of Alibaba, because you're going to see two opposite sides. I don't think it's going to just go up 2% or 4%. It's either going to be a huge bust or a huge boom. Either one. So look at this prediction that Yahoo made. Can you please like this video, subscribe to my channel? I'm always providing you guys with so much new content, man. So subscribe. What's in the offing for Alibaba Q3 earnings? Baba's third quarter fiscal 2022 results are expected to reflect solid momentum across the e-commerce and cloud businesses. For sure, I can see e-commerce booming, because remember, Singles Days is in this too. It's going to be in this quarter, Single Days. And you know, Single Days went crazy. And in the cloud business, we're going to see grow hopefully 20-30%. And remember, with the cloud business as well, the market is predicting that just the cloud business itself is going to grow like 37% over like a 4 to 5 year span. And that's how much the e-commerce, the cloud business is growing in general. So Alibaba has like 40% of the market. So they're going to take a big chunk of that growth in the whole cloud space. So that's amazing. For the fiscal third quarter, Zacks consensus estimates for the earnings is pegged at $2.41 per share, indicating a decline of 28% from the prior year quarter reported figures. So look at that. Some people are estimating a decline, man. So be prepared for that $80 a share, because I can see it getting crushed exactly the same as Facebook. But you have to remember, man, guidance is to drive the price action of the business. We know that Alibaba undoubtedly is undervalued. It should be around like $300. So no matter what happens during their earnings, just make sure you have in the back of your mind the overall Alibaba picture of this company being way higher in value. So you got to make sure that's in your back of your mind when these earnings come out. The consensus mark for the same is pegged at 37 billion, which suggests a growth of 11% from the year ago quarter's reported figure. The company's earnings surpassed Zacks' consensus estimate in 2 of the trailing 4 quarters, while missing the same twice. So it can go either way. Like, it's outperformed, it's missed twice. So that's what I'm saying. Alibaba's strong efforts to add value to consumers and sellers through product enrichment efforts and platform innovations are expected to have driven growth in the e-commerce business to be reported quarter by driving its customer momentum. I can see that. New monetization formats and strengthening online physical goods GMV on China retail marketplaces are expected to have aided customer management revenues of the company in the quarter under review. And remember, the last quarter, customer management revenue was only like 3%. It just performed horribly. And people are saying this because of the competition of JD.com, Pinduoduo, and a lot of these e-commerce businesses springing up in China. So let's see what happens with that revenue, because that revenue is very key for Alibaba's growth. The growing momentum across paying members of 1688.com is expected to have been a tailwind for China e-commerce wholesale business in the fiscal third quarter. The infusion of advanced technologies along with increasing validation for Taobao and Tmall portals expected to have beneficial in the quarter to be reported. The application of big data AI in the company's e-commerce platform is anticipated to have continued helping it deliver enhanced customer experience, while performing Lazada and Trendyol are likely to have aided in the performance of Alibaba's international commerce retail businesses in the quarter under review. And we gotta remember, Lazada in Southeast Asia and Trendyol in Turkey, they're growing like 20-30% year over year. So that's going to contribute a lot to the international business of Alibaba. But remember, they're spending a lot to keep that market share dominance or keep that business growing. So that's how it can affect the kind of the bottom line of the company. So we just don't know which side it's going to fall on. In addition to the e-commerce business strength, the company's growing cloud segment is expected to have contributed well to the fiscal third quarter performance of Alibaba. And remember, cloud just became profitable. So let's see if this cloud momentum can reach a new height to generate more to the bottom line, man. Get that AWS market share and just seeing that continued growth. If we can get cloud growing at like 40%, just hitting it off, that would be amazing for the stock price, even though we're thinking long term with Alibaba. However, we know that the company has been spending heavily in new areas of the core online retail business. That's what I've been saying, including supermarkets, stores, new artificial intelligence, digital entertainment, cloud computing business. This impacts the increased expenses are expected to get reflected in Alibaba's fiscal third quarter results and the increasing regulatory concerns. So all these expenses are going to hit Alibaba some way, somehow. So let's see what happens. And then just more bullish news on Alibaba, because remember, we got so many Baba haters. And remember the whole argument that the government hates Alibaba? And when we get articles like this, positive news for the first time on Bloomberg, it's kind of crazy. US listed China firms get boosts as state funds buy stocks. So even the state funds see the undervalue, the underappreciation of these companies like JD.com, like Pinduoduo, like Alibaba. They're even putting their money where their mouth is. State-backed firms. And you remember, Xi Jinping has all the state-backed firms on the lock. So if they're buying it, that has to be a bullish sign. Chinese stocks listed in the US got a much needed dose of good news on Tuesday after state-backed funds were said to have entered the local market to buy shares to help stem declines that have accelerated in recent weeks. So that's what people are seeing. Even the government is like, what the hell is happening with Alibaba, man? Why is it so low? It's at the same prices at 2017? That is crazy. We are going to boost this company up. We're going to buy back into Alibaba because we know it's undervalued, man. So honestly, what are your predictions for this year? What do you think Alibaba is going to do during this earnings, probably mid-February, late February, whenever it comes out? Is it going to be going up to like what, 150, 160? Is it going to sell off going down to 80, 90? Don't think any of those situations is actually crazy. Both can really, really happen. So guys, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll get back to you in the next video. Peace.